Hello everybody and welcome back to Madden 2005 in the Raiders franchise mode, and we are finally looking over some standings here as we're getting further along in the season, and also because our opponent today, the Baltimore Ravens, currently sit atop of them in the AFC at 10-1. Man, 10-1, and we currently placed fourth, which we know is not going to hold because divisional standings and whatnot. The Chargers are already ahead of us, and they would probably get that spot. But we're listed fourth and they're fifth because I think we have the tiebreaker as it stands, and weird stuff like that. So the standings will all come about in the coming weeks, of course, but the Ravens are certainly holding things down right now in the AFC North, which we know was not the case last year, as the Browns, I think, held on to that fourth playoff spot all the way down to like the 7th or 8th seed in the conference. So that's not going to be a situation this year with the Ravens currently having themselves quite the year, and it's about time with the roster that they have, or have had for the last couple of years. They're a weird case, kind of like the Broncos in the last video, because much like the Broncos, they're a team like us that's kind of hovered around that 500 to a game or so above or below in the first two seasons of the sim. They were 8-8, I believe, last year, and then 9-7 in the first year, and have missed the playoffs both years. So it looks like there's a lot of pressure riding on this front office and coaching staff in Baltimore to get some results here, and it looks like they might be getting those results. Very similar situation that we have in Oakland, and of course what Denver has with the Broncos. But it's a great team that we have in front of us today here. You can already see Ed Reed and Ray Lewis, and so it's going to be tough, man, to score some points. But we have the best offense in the NFL, so let's see how well they do here, as Couch is already getting the boys moving with a completion to Justin Gage inside the 10-yard line, and we are already looking to answer here quickly. So first and goal here from about the 9. Couch back to pass, gets across the middle and throws an interception already. And was that Ray Lewis who caught that? It might have been. Just sitting there hovering. It's not like he wasn't there the whole time. I don't know what Tim Couch did or did not see, but he didn't see the linebacker. So the Ravens don't do anything with it, so we are back with the football around midfield, and Couch is going to hit Chris Cole going across the middle for another Raiders first down, and it looks like we are not struggling super early on to move the football here, but we got to get some points on the board as Couch goes back to pass again and hits Chris Cole across the middle once again, now to get us inside the red zone, just barely, and we are going to continue on offense on 2nd and 11. Couch back to pass once more. You're getting a lot of protection up front from the O-line as he manages to find Justin Gage towards the middle of the field, and really just attacking that middle. You could already see the breakdown. We're really just attacking the middle. It seems to be working, except for that one interception that Tim Couch threw. But on a 3rd and goal here, tried to flip it out to Maury Norris, the fullback, and the Ravens defense was all over that. So that's going to go nowhere. So we're probably going to have to settle for 3 points from Janikowski as the kick is up and through. So 3-0 is going to be the score. After all that offense we've been playing here in the first quarter, the Ravens defense comes up strong and prevents us from getting into the end zone. This is the struggle that we're going to have going up against a defense like Baltimore's. We're not going to be able to score at will against this team, which is going to be a new challenge for this offense. But the Ravens are finally moving themselves as Buller is able to hit Kevin Johnson across the middle for a first down. So 2nd and 11 for the Ravens. We're going to go with a handoff here on the ground, and no, that is not Jamal Lewis, because unfortunately Jamal Lewis has an injury. So Alandis Gary is going to be the running back for the Ravens that we will see today, and he's going to get a first down, but it's already 3rd and 7 for Baltimore. Bowler with some pressure in his face gets rivet on play action, and that pass is going to be broken up in the end zone. Decided to take a shot for the end zone, but it is thankfully broken up. So I didn't see who it was. It's highlighting Clinton hard on that replay for some reason, I guess. I don't know. Had a good block or broke a block, I'm not sure. But the kick is up for the Ravens and through for a field goal themselves. So 3-3 now the score here late in the first half, man. Not a lot of points going back and forth. A very, very rare turn of events, but the Ravens are now moving on offense once again as Bowler gets another open receiver across the middle for a first down to get them deeper into Raider territory. So 1st and 10, they're going to run with some tempo here as the clock ticks down close to a minute. Bowler stands back to pass here, unloads a deep shot, and it's Kevin Johnson who's behind the defense just a couple yards, and he's able to get into the end zone for a 30-yard receiving touchdown from Bowler. And so now 10-3 is the score here, but there's still time for the Raiders to answer back. Pressure's coming off the edges to Tim Couch, and he just barely gets that one to Justin Gage, man. That was inches away from it being picked or tipped, but instead it is caught by Justin Gage for first down. So now we're moving up to the line here. And where is Tim Couch? There he is, man. Last guy up to the line. 1st and 10, now clock under 30 seconds. Couch all day to throw, man, as the Ravens are probably committing to the pass here, but still able to find an open receiver as Jerry Porter runs back to the play, and the Ravens secondary was lagging behind, trying to correct on that. So now getting close to about 10 seconds, got to get into the end zone if at all possible here. And Couch, another shot to the end zone, and Teo Johnson, the tight end, is completely wide open in the back of the end zone. That wasn't a soul around him, completely wide open. So we do manage to score pretty quickly here. We struggled all first half to do it, but in the last 30 seconds we managed to put together a touchdown drive. So 10-10 now the score here in the third quarter, but the Ravens already across midfield, and Bowler is able to find Kevin Johnson once again for another reception, and the Ravens offense is going to continue to move as Bowler just continues to hammer Kevin Johnson, and there doesn't seem to be any answer. And again, that's Nnamdi Asomugha's side, man. We've seen Asomugha struggle to lock down his receiver in these games, man. Maybe that's an experiment that's not gonna last, not gonna bear much fruit here, and won't last a whole lot longer. But on a third down here, the Ravens are going to try and go to the run game again, giving this one to Gary, and he's going to get snuffed out by our defense. So another field goal attempt for the special teams unit. This time a 37-yarder. Kick is up, and kind of an ugly little pooch kick, but it is good. So the Ravens are going to take a 13-10 lead over us now, and now we are moving back once again on our own 40. Couch back to pass here. Zips one across the middle to Jerry Porter with a burst of speed to get inside the 40 and get brought down to about the Raven 35. Another solid play here, attacking that middle part of the field. So outside the one interception, man, it's been our bread and butter. But now Couch is going to flip one out into the flat to Justin Fargas, who cuts up field for a nice little chunk play of yards. And we haven't seen a lot of Fargas at all in this game in terms of running the ball, but if he can receive as well, then he will be effective. But we're going to see Justin Fargas running now as he gets to the outside edge and runs past, I think it was Ray Lewis, who was in the backfield, and he was able to get around him and pick up a nice little gain on that play here. Hasn't really done much all game, as I said. So 1st and goal here, we're going to give it to Fargas again, and he just caps this one off. So he was kind of the MVP of this drive. Hasn't done much all game, but definitely steps up in this drive in the third quarter. So it doesn't matter if you've produced all game, I guess, if you show up when you need to. So 17-13 is the score here, and now Baltimore's probably going to be looking for more than a field goal, but it's not going to get much of anything if Bowler's going to fumble the football, which he does. So Bowler decides to run it himself, and Danny Clark is the one who comes up with it, and there's going to be no challenge, so that's just going to be a pure fumble. And now Couch hit as he throws, but the ball still gets off, and Justin Gage gets it across the middle and turns upfield for a nice little chunk of yardage to get the first down for the Raiders. So fast forward to a short yardage situation here. Couch back to pass, hit as he throws, and it's going to be caught either way by Jerry Porter at about the goal line for another Raiders touchdown. And we are now starting to find our rhythm here, folks, on offense. We are starting to cook here, get the train moving here, get the wheels moving. So 24-13 is the score in the third quarter here. We really kind of owned that third quarter after really struggling to find any momentum in the first half. But the Ravens are not done yet, as Bowler's going to run for it again here, and he's going to get a nice little pickup and get brought down, but not fumble this time. He is going to hold on to the football. So I don't remember Bowler ever being much of a runner. Maybe you guys can inform me. Maybe he was a little bit of a pocket guy and a bit of a mobile guy, but I don't remember him being a mobile dude. I don't remember him much at all. So 1st and 10 for the Ravens offense now. Bowler back to pass once again, throws it to the other side of the field, and that pass is going to be caught. I'm trying to see exactly who it was. I think it's Travis Taylor. It looked like an 89. It might be Travis Taylor who caught that pass for a Ravens touchdown. And for some reason, the game is taking forever to show us a replay if it's going to. I don't think it is. So the Ravens are going to keep the offense on the field for a 2-point conversion. And we got men in the backfield immediately. Immediately we had someone in the backfield, and it was Robert Mathis who was there immediately, but couldn't quite get there. He had to go to the complete opposite end. Ravens had that was a good call on offense, man. It's good from their OC to get the 2-point conversion. So now we have ourselves a bit of a game here in Baltimore, but Tim Couch is able to hit Chris Cole once again for a nice little pickup here. So now deep inside Ravens territory, and Couch back to pass again. Waits the last possible second, and he's hit from behind as he throws, but Jerry Porter is there for the reception, so we will avoid any catastrophe if at all possible. So on a 3rd and inches now, got to just pick up a couple inches here, and Justin Fargas can't do it, man. He can't do it. Had so much open space on that side. I think it was McAllister who got to him, man. Had so much open space on that side and just couldn't get it. So bring in Janikowski for a 24-yard chip shot. That one is nailed through, and so now we are going to extend our lead, if only slightly here, but in necessary amount. So 27-21 is the score. We are back on offense here on a 3rd and 1. We're going to give it to Fargas. He's going to get the first down. He's going to get tripped up by Ed Reed around his ankles, but not before picking up the first. And now we are in kill clock mode, man. Under 2 minutes, we are in kill the clock mode. Only a minute left to go here on a 3rd down, and the Ravens have been smart with their timeout. I was the tight end with their timeout management, and so now they are able to get the ball back here with about 50 seconds left to work. So the Ravens got the whole length of the field to go here. Bowler, all it takes is one play, and he's gone. He's gone. It's Joey Galloway. Can you believe it? Number 84, a familiar face on the channel. It's Joey Galloway. One play is all the Ravens offense needs here to get back into this ball game. They saved themselves 50 seconds, but literally took 9 of it, as Joey Galloway gets behind the defense with a burst of speed, man. He may be a little bit older now, but he's got the speed, and he gets gone into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. One of the clutchest touchdowns probably of their season so far. And look at that, man. Was that Danny Clark, like, technically in coverage on Joey Galloway? What are we doing, guys? What are we doing on defense, man? That might be a DC thing we might have to look at, man. We might be switching coordinators for like the 3rd season in a row, man. I don't know what that is. So now we are down a point after, again, leading for most of the second half here. And Couch got to get something moving here with the boys, as I believe there's that random number 10 again, that mysterious number 10. I don't know who it is. He's not real. He's not on this team. I told you. But 30 seconds now, we're going to have to blow a timeout. Couch now back to pass. Going to throw it out in the flat to Justin Fargas. Not a very smart play at all, as we're going to burn a timeout and waste it there. So now 3rd and 7 here with 21 seconds left to go. Couch has to go deep downfield, takes a shot towards the middle, and Chris Cole has to come back for it, but he comes way too far back for it. And now it's going to be 4th and 2 now. We're not going to waste the timeout. We got to get another playoff. This is our last chance to get in field goal range. Couch, deep shot downfield. And it's caught. Oh, my goodness. It's caught by Joey Galloway. It's caught in field goal range here. We're inside the 15. Look at this. The ball spotted at the 15. 4 seconds left. All we're going to bring out is Janikowski for the chip shot. It's a chip shot. He just made a 24-yarder. This one's 32. He's got it, man. He's got this. It's Sebastian Janikowski. The kick is up. We go to cinematic camera view. The kick is up. It is still up. It's pushing. It's no good. He missed it. He missed it. He missed it. Sebastian Janikowski just missed a 32-yarder to win the game. He just missed a 32-yarder to win the game. So last week, we lose in overtime on a scoop and score on the opening kickoff. And now we lose on a Sebastian Janikowski missed chip shot. What is happening to this Oakland Raiders team? What is going on? I don't even know if that's... How can you blame the coach for this? How? How can you blame him? I mean, there's probably a lot of points where we can, we'll have to answer those in the press conference, but completely outplayed. And the Ravens somehow scraped together 100 rushing yards. I don't even remember them running the ball really all that effectively at all. As you saw, most of their big plays that were effective were all passing plays. They didn't run really all that well outside of picking up some short, first downs or something. Look at the red zone comparison. We were there 7 times. The Ravens only went once. They only had 1 red zone opportunity, and we lost. That's where I guess the coaching thing comes in play. That's where the coaching, where we're going to have to answer some questions there. So, and also Tim Couch added another pick at some point, 2 interceptions. I mean, he's starting to get pretty reckless with the football, and that's kind of a bad thing, which, the yards are still up there. He's still throwing for touchdowns. Completion percentage is still up there, but you got to protect the football. That was Rich Gannon's biggest problem, and there was probably, at least 4 or 5 games. Maybe that's a little bit harsh, but 4 or 5 games, maybe 3 or 4 in the first season that could probably be pinned completely on Rich Gannon not protecting the football. But this one here, I guess, rests solely on Janikowski's leg. I mean, we could do the novel thing like, no, it's all our fault, guys. But come on, dude, that was set up perfectly for it. All you do is run out there and just nail it like you always do, and he didn't. So, but in the next game here, we are going to play the Cleveland Browns, who are also in the playoff hunt, so it's another important AFC matchup. So hope to see you guys in Cleveland in the dog pound when we play the Browns.